Here with Gregg Opgenorth, excuse me. That's worse name than Falkenstein, and he's from the Plug Connection, and of course they have the mighty tomatoes and the grafted vegetables and several product lines. So I've invited Gregg to tell me what's the features and benefits and the advantages of the grafted line.
Well, welcome to the booth at the Plug Connection at the Spring Pack Trials, and just to tell you a little bit about our grafted vegetable program. You know, worldwide, grafted vegetables are very important, and the benefits of using grafted vegetables include disease resistance to soil-borne diseases, as well as nematodes. The grafted vegetables also improved significantly increased vigor. So people say, well, vegetables, why grafted vegetables? But really, same reasons why we graft roses, why we graft grapes, why do we graft fruit trees. You have a rootstock that has more vigor, significantly more vigor, disease resistances that a normal scion variety tomato may not have. And so these plants, because they're more vigorous, can also mitigate some other stresses that may be being placed on the plant that provide other advantages, such as vigor early on in the season. So where tomatoes may be a little bit cold sensitive in some areas, you know, this is an opportunity to maybe start a little bit earlier, go a little bit later. Where this program started was out of the popularity of heirloom tomatoes, which are some tomatoes that have tremendously great flavor and interesting shapes and colors, very popular with home gardeners. These generally, however, do not have very high yields. Doing the grafting onto these vigorous rootstocks helps the yield tremendously, twice the yield or more in many cases. So these plants provide some significant advantages over traditional seed-grown varieties.
Great. Now, the customers, the growers who will be getting your product shipped from Vista, this would be what the product is like?
Right. So for the solanaceous types, which would be your peppers, tomatoes, and eggplant, this is what you're going to get. So this is actually a double strip that constitutes 34 plants. So the three strips together make an equivalent unit of 102, and that is a tray. What we've been able to do this season with this slightly smaller configuration, which, by the way, only equates to maybe 3-4 days difference in crop time. The tomatoes grow pretty fast, eggplant grow pretty fast to begin with, so not a big difference there. But it's enabled us to ship plants in a smaller box. So this box is our minimum quantity, which is 204, and then we also have a slightly larger box that holds 408. So the density is higher in the boxes, so we're able to provide lower cost shipping. This year we actually had a program where we did not charge for shipping in some cases. We want to make sure that there aren't obstacles to getting these plants to everybody in North America, which of course includes the East Coast and some areas that are not necessarily close to San Diego.
Yeah, I know the tomatoes, the peppers, eggplant, at least towards the end of the season, it included the freight and the price.
Right.
It's anticipated to be the same policy for the next season?
We have not made that decision yet.
All right.
So that we don't know yet, but you're right. You know, the later part of the season we were able to do that.
All right.
In many
Okay,
cases.
so besides the grafted vegetables, what's the other big focus for Plug Connection next year?
Other focuses at Plug Connection continue to be the focus on our Mesa Magic Cyclamen program. We do many of the major lines. Schoenfeld, Morel, Syngenta are all in there. The varieties that are in demand by the growers in a variety of tray sizes, 144s, 128s, 72s for people that need a larger size. So that continues to be an important program and a successful program for us. Also this year we are we actually introduced last year at Pack Trials, but these plants were still in quarantine. These dianthus that were originally genetics from a company that was in California a few years ago called Cal Florida Plant Company. So what we've done is we brought them back from Japan, had them under quarantine for a year, They've been out of quarantine for 6 months, so we're rebuilding stock, and we will have liners available later this summer and into the fall. There's some really great varieties. There's actually 2 series. One series is the Fascination. The Fascinations constitute 11 varieties, very well suited for 4-inch production. Wide range of colors, some good reds. There's a nice yellow. There's actually a green that's not represented here. Some really beautiful bicolors, as you can see here, that are very nice products for production of 4-inch pot that you can see here. There are 3 varieties that are a little bit bigger, that are also suited for 5-inch, 6-inch production, that also make very, very nice plants.
Great.
So we're excited to bring these back into the market.
Now, do they have the other attribute I'm so familiar with carnation, fragrance?
The white one that also is not represented is the one that has the most fragrance. The rest of them are really not as fragrant as that one.
Great. Well, thanks, Greg.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it very much. I hope you have a good rest of the trial.
Thank you. Same to you.